Get out of your own way and get it done. Whether you're making a move or just falling into the groove, I'm glad you joined me for another episode of Coffee with Dubs. Now grab a cup and a chair. Let's talk. There's a strange thing that happens when life gets heavy. A lot of people don't reach out. They pull inward. They get quiet. They sit with things alone, convincing themselves they can carry it, they can figure it out, convincing themselves that if they just wait long enough, maybe the fear will pass on. And sometimes it does. A lot of times, though, it doesn't. And that's one of the hardest truths about being human. We all carry things, but not everybody knows how to carry them well. Some people were raised to push through everything. Keep your head down, keep moving, don't complain, don't cry, don't let anybody see you struggling. That sounds strong on the paper, but in real life, it can turn into isolation. It can turn into sitting in a room full of people and still feeling completely alone because you trained yourself not to let anybody in. Fear does that. Fear makes you pull back. It makes you hesitate. It makes you second guess things that would actually help you. It makes you stare at the one thing you know you need to face and start inventing reasons to avoid it. Sometimes it's easier to cancel, to delay, to run, to tell yourself not right now instead of admitting that you're scared. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you human, but if fear keeps making you make decisions, eventually it starts shaping your life, and that's where things get dangerous. Not because fear exists, but because unchecked fear can convince you that staying stuck is safer than moving forward. It'll tell you that avoiding pain is the same as protecting yourself, and it's not. Sometimes avoiding pain just stretches it out. Sometimes the thing you're avoiding keeps growing in your mind until it becomes bigger than you ever thought it could, and then you're in a lot of trouble. And the hardest part is, people around you, they see it. Family can see it. Friends can see it. They suggest things like finding someone to talk to, telling you to get help, telling you not to carry it alone, but none of that matters until you decide that you're ready. That's another hard truth. Nobody can drag you into healing. Nobody can force peace into your life. That has to be your choice, and the choice matters. Because there comes a point where you have to ask yourself whether you're protecting yourself or you're imprisoning yourself. And there's a difference. Protecting yourself is healthy. It's boundaries, it's caution, it's wisdom. Imprisoning yourself is when fear builds walls so high nothing gets in. No help, not even perspective. And that's no way to live. And I think a lot of people confuse being alone with being strong. They're not the same thing. Strength isn't carrying everything by yourself until you break. Strength is knowing when the load is too heavy and being honest enough to admit it. Strength is saying, I'm scared. Strength is saying, I don't know what to do with this. That's hard for a lot of people too, especially the ones who spent their whole lives being the strong one, the fixer, the provider, the one everybody leans on. Because when you're used to being that person, admitting you need help feels like failure. But it's not. It's one of the bravest things you can do. And the truth is, life will keep handing you moments to test you. Big moments, scary moments, uncertain moments, and there's no shame in being afraid of them. Fear is part of being alive. The goal isn't to eliminate fear. The goal is not to let fear become the one driving. Because if fear is the one driving, it always chooses the smallest road, the safest road, the road that keeps risk small. And it also keeps you from growth. And growth almost never happens in safety. It happens in trust, in surrender. It happens in taking the next step, even when your legs are shaking. And that's where courage lives, not in absence of fear, in moving anyway. So if you're carrying something heavy right now, if you're staring down something difficult, every part of you wants to back out, don't confuse fear with wisdom. Don't confuse isolation for strength. Don't let the weight of what you're feeling convince you that you have to carry it alone. You don't. Maybe the strongest thing you can do is not try to fix it all today. Maybe it's just about being honest about where you are, honest about what hurts you, and about what scares you. That's where things start to change. So take care of yourselves today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Coffee with Dubs.